I, Sneha Padve, Company Secretary of your company, welcome all the members and the dignitaries to the 30th Annual General Meeting being conducted through video conferencing stroke other audiovisual means, that is VC stroke OAVM facility. I hope all of you are safe and in good health. In view of the continuing COVID-19 pandemic, the necessity to maintain social distance, and also taking into consideration the safety of the members and the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, MCA, and Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, the 30th Annual General Meeting, AGM, of the company is being conducted through VC OAVM facility. The facility for joining this meeting through VC OAVM is made available for the members on a first come, first served basis. Members are requested to refer to the instructions provided in the notice or appearing on the video conference page for a seamless participation through video conference and for e-voting. In case members face any difficulty, they may reach out on the helpline numbers mentioned in the notice. Members may also kindly note that this AGM is being recorded. Thank you very much for joining. I would like to confirm the presence of all the directors, Mr. Chandrasekhar Tyagarajan, Chief Financial Officer of the company, Ms. Sucheta Kolhatkar, representative of BSR and Company, LLP Chartered Accountants, statutory audit of the company, Ms. Nehal Kulkarni, representative of Dr. K.R. Chandratre, practicing company secretary, the secretarial auditor of the company. Since the requisite quorum is present, as per Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013, the annual general meeting may be commenced. The e-voting facility is open for members to cast their vote. I now request the chairman to introduce the directors of the company who are visible on the screen and conduct the proceedings of this meeting.
I, Anita Birla, Chairman and Non-Executive Director of the company, am attending this meeting from London and welcome you to the 30th AGM of the company. I'd like to introduce my colleagues on the board, Chandrakant Birla, Non-Executive Director,
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Chandrakant Birla, attending this board meeting from London. Thank you.
Dharmender Kapoor, Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director.
DK,
DK, you're on mute.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dharmender Kapoor, joining the meeting from Noida.
Ashok Kumar Bharat, Independent Director and Chairman of the Audit Committee.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ashok Kumar Bharat, joining this meeting from Mumbai.
Anant Talalikar, Independent Director and Chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee.
Good evening, everyone. I am Anant Talaulika, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Alka Barucha, Independent Director and Chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee.
Good evening, all. I'm Alka Barucha, attending this meeting from Ooty.
Nandita Gurjar, Independent Director.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nandita Gurjar, joining in from Bengaluru.
Thank you. Chandrasekhar Tyagarajan, Chief Financial Officer.
Good evening, everyone. This is Chandrasekhar Tyagarajan. I'm attending the meeting from Noida.
I now request the Company Secretary to provide general instructions to members regarding participation and e-voting in this meeting.
Thank you, Mrs. Birla. The register of directors and key managerial personnel and their shareholding maintained under Section 170 of the Companies Act 2013, the register of contracts or arrangements in which the directors are interested, maintained under Section 189 of the Companies Act, and the relevant documents referred to in the notice are available on the website of the company for inspection by the members during the AGM. As the AGM is being held through video conference, the facility for appointment of proxies by the members is not applicable, and hence the proxy register for inspection is not available. The company has received requests from a few members to register them as speakers at the meeting. Accordingly, the floor will be open for these members to ask questions or express their views. The moderator will facilitate this session once the chairman opens the floor for questions and answers. It may be noted that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members asking questions depending on the availability of time. The company has provided the facility to cast the votes electronically on all resolutions set forth in the notice. Members who have not cast their votes yet through remote e-voting facility and who are participating in this meeting have an opportunity to cast their votes during the meeting during the e-voting through the e-voting system provided by NSDL. Members can click on Vote tab on the video conference screen to avail this feature. Over to the chairman.
Thank you, Sneha. A very warm welcome to all of you at Birlasoft's 30th Annual General Meeting. I hope you and your families have been well and safe. The last 1.5 years have tested the resilience and endurance of almost everyone I know. And in spite of the huge vaccination success that much of the world has witnessed, there remains an element of uncertainty for all of us. Birlasoft serves the world, and while a return to global normalcy may still be in the future, our own return to business as usual is here. The annual report for the year 2021 has been circulated prior to this AGM, and with your permission, I will declare it as read. After integrating our internal systems, processes, and establishing the One Birlasoft culture in 2019-20, we were well positioned to expand our business footprint, consolidate our market position. In an exceptionally challenging year, it gives me great pleasure to share our performance with you. Birlasoft reported a revenue of $479.6 million, representing a growth of 3.4% year-on-year. The profitability stood at $43.4 million and witnessed a jump of 37% on a yearly basis. We signed record deals amounting to $888 million, while keeping our overall attrition low and maintaining strong cash flows throughout the year. As evident in our NPS scores, customer sentiment stayed consistently strong, and our share price was at a record high, a testimony to our solid fundamentals. We had to question and unlearn all that we knew and quickly pivot to the new normal. Virtual became the new reality, and we embraced it. We found new ways to work with our teams, different means of engaging with our customers and serving them, newer ways to deliver on our commitments, all the while staying true to our foundations. We continue to strengthen our essentials in terms of leadership hiring and accelerating cross-selling. We increased our annuity revenue share, invested in key talent, forged strategic alliances with key software OEMs, and continue to facilitate the safest and best working environment for our employees. At Birlasoft, the well-being of employees and communities of which we are a part is paramount. Our notion of success goes beyond mere numbers and profits. It encompasses the larger good of the ecosystem that we're associated with, our customers and partners, and also our society, our nation, and humanity as a whole. Social responsibility is in our DNA, and we continue to do work in the communities we serve. At the peak of the pandemic, our team of volunteers collaborated with NGOs to provide food and hygiene kits to daily wagers and underprivileged families in the Delhi NCR region. We were one of the first companies to contribute to the PM Cares Fund. Our flagship initiative, Shodhan, in the area of crop residue management and zero stubble burning, was awarded the Social and Business Enterprise Responsible Award. After registering a strong Q1, we are cautiously optimistic about business over the next 3 quarters. We've invested judiciously in developing platforms and solutions that align with the requirements of our customers, driven by the new normal, and have seen noticeable traction in the adoption of digital technologies for business continuity. Business opportunities are being created in the areas of safe and secure workplace, connected enterprise, intelligent automation, and business resilience. With digital is everywhere and cloud-first approaches, we're determined to deliver industry-led solutions to help our customers accelerate their business transformation journeys. Our traditional offerings across BFSI, manufacturing, healthcare and life sciences, energy and utilities, and media and entertainment continue to build a pipeline that inspires confidence. Adaptability and agility, like last year, will continue to be the guiding principles of our business operations and will help our company grow as a reputed and profitable digital and IT service provider. I want to thank all our employees and business associates and stakeholders for helping us perform well in the face of innumerable challenges posed by this pandemic. Many have overcome personal challenges, losses, and adversity. We stand in solidarity behind them and continue to support them for their unstinted loyalty and commitment to the company. I would also like to thank the banks, analysts, state and central governments for their continued trust in the capabilities and potential of Birlasoft. And last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank all the investors, the shareholders of Birlasoft, for your unwavering belief in our company. We look forward to repaying the faith you have placed in Birlasoft. Do please stay safe and well, and many thanks for being with us today. DK, over to you.
Good evening again to everyone, all of the members who have joined in the meeting. Let me walk you all through the presentation of the company, which talks about how the year has been and what we must look forward to. If you look at, we come from CK Birla Group. The CK Birla Group has 159 years of very, very strong heritage. We operate in 3 industry clusters, which is technology and automotive, home and building, and healthcare and education. So these are the 3 industry clusters that we deal in. The group is today 2.4 billion group, and it has a long-lasting, successful partnerships with multiple partners who work with us shoulder to shoulder in bringing the success. If you look at the common values that we have across the group is around the trust and transparency, and I think that continues to guide us in the direction that you all see a lot of confidence coming in. Coming back to the Birlasoft, let me give some of the highlights for the financial year 21-22. If you look at our revenue, we delivered revenue of 3,556 crore rupees, which is $479.6 million. The EBITDA stood at 14.9%, which was $71.5 million and 529 crore rupees. At the same time, if we look at on the profit after tax, that stood at 321 crores, $43.4 million, which was at 9%. The headcount remained very steady without really without adding too many people to the organization. We continue to deliver higher revenue, and that means that we improved our productivity during the year, and our headcount stood at 11,051. The net cash and cash equivalents stand at 1,119 crores, which is $153.1 million. And the net worth stands at 2,180 crores, which is $298.2 million as on 31st March. If I give the highlights on the financials, the revenue, if you look at, grew for us about 8% with 300 BPS of EBITDA improvement, even being in the COVID-19 impacted year. There were a lot of challenges during the year. There were a lot of uncertainties during the year, but we did very well, and we grew year on year, and also the last 2 quarters we had shown quarter-on-quarter growth. And that had been the performance for our company during the year. We continued to focus on the account mining because we realized very early on that the way to grow in this market is by cross-selling and not always running after the new clients. This is a business which is a relationship-based business, and hence cross-selling is very, very important at the backdrop of stronger relationship that we create with our customers. So 97% of our business came from the existing customers. And that also was partially because it was a COVID-19 impacted year. There was no travel that was happening, and hence our sales team focused on strengthening our relationship and winning the business from our existing customers. If you look at on the annuity growth, at the beginning of the year, we were at 60%, and we took this as a goal that we need to continue to improve and reach to 70%. And we met that objective that by the end of the financial year, our annuity revenue grew to 70%. Earlier, our goal was that we will keep our annuity revenue to 70%, but by looking at our performance, now we have upgraded our goal to 75%. So hopefully in the next financial year, by end of next financial year, we will be at 75%. That would mean that the growth will come much easier than before. If you look at the top 5, 10, and 20 clients, we grew 20%. And I think that is a very, very notable impact that happened because of the cross-selling, that we were able to grow our stronger customers much faster than the others, so that our relationships are much stronger with the bigger clients. And at the same time, no organization can continue to deliver better profitability if they have a long tail. So we proactively decided that we will prune our tail accounts, and we brought the active customer count to 291 from 378. So there was a significant cut down on the tail accounts that we did, so that we are more focused and more sharper company, rather than trying to focus on too many customers but not able to make as much profit over the revenue growth. This was also the year where we made the highest ever deal wins. The total year TCV wins were at $888 million. And the fourth quarter was also at $325 million in single quarter. This was the biggest quarter for us as far as the wins are concerned. And the 50% of the win came from the new business, and rest of the 50% from the renewals, because we ensured that we continue to retain our customers during this tough time. And at the same time, we finished our integration because we merged with KPIT, and the integration was very crucial for us to continue to succeed. We finished our integration on the IT side also in the year. So today we are a fully integrated company. At the same time, now going forward, we are focusing on how do we strengthen our OEM channels, so that we continue to sell through them as well as sell with them. And hence we developed new relationships with Microsoft or AWS during the year. Our utilization came to all-time high at 85.6%, and attrition at the all-time low of 10.9% during this year. So if you look at qualitatively, the year had been very significant and very important to create the foundation for growth in the future. Some of the financial highlights are given on the right side. The revenue 8% growth, the EBITDA 35% year-on-year growth. If you look at profit after tax, it was a 43% year-on-year growth. Cash equivalent reached to 1,119 crore, up from 453 crore from the previous year. Total dividend that we paid was 3.5 rupees per share during the year. At the same time, the headcount moved up by 7.6%. The good part is that DSO came down to 56 days. It was 72 days within the beginning of the year, and we worked very hard to bring that down. And today we are best in class when it comes to the DSO. Same at the same time, ROCE and ROE both are improving very well, and we continue to show quarter-on-quarter improvement in both the parameters. The operating cash flow and the net income ratio is at 174%. So these are some of very quick financial highlights that I wanted to point out, so that it can give you the view on the performance and strength of the organization. If you look at some of the key metrics, the client geography, our 77.3% revenue comes from Americas. The 13.4% comes from Europe, and 9.3% from rest of the world, including India. But if you look at very clearly, we are very proud that we are very balanced onto the 4 different verticals or the industries. The manufacturing continues to provide us about 41.3% of revenue. It is the strongest vertical that we have. Then we, in the BFSI, we have 18.1% revenue coming from. Energy and utilities 15.1%, and life sciences at 25.5%. If you look at on the service offering side, there is about 31.6% that comes from the integrated enterprise solutions. The SAP stood at 13%, whereas the digital transformation started showing very good result and reached about 32.3% during the year, and the emerging horizontals at 23%. The good part is that the emerging horizontal is also taking the shape because we want to continue to focus on the technology for the future. Hence, it is very important that we focus on the emerging horizontal, because these are going to become the core for the future also. And we have a very healthy revenue coming from that as well. The best part is that we continued growing our top 5, top 10, and top 20 customers. If you look at with top 20 customers, we have approximately 59% of revenue coming from, which is absolutely a very healthy sign, because stronger the relationship that you have with the larger clients, the better it is for the growth. That means they have the confidence that they continue to give you more and more work going forward. And going forward, we are enhancing this particular goal for ourselves. While there are quantitative elements or the highlights for the organization, we are also very proud that we won some of very good awards and recognitions in the market. Birlasoft was recognized as India's most admired and valuable power brand company for 2020. It was a very prestigious award that was won by Birlasoft. At the same time, we won the Aegis Graham Bell Award for our IntelliOpen solution, because during the COVID situation, we were very quick to innovate and come out with a solution so that when somebody is opening up the office, they can open it with confidence and they can go and tracking and tracing of their employees who may be impacted by the COVID situation. So this is the solution that got the best award and the best solution in the industry of that type. At the same time, Birlasoft was also named as the top 15 sourcing standout by ISG. And this is now the 4th time in a row that we have been named as the top 15 sourcing standout. And I think this is very, very a proud recognition by Birlasoft. At the same time, there is other 3 distinguished Oracle JDE implementation awards that we won, because we continue to remain as a very, very strong partner with Oracle in delivering the solutions on the JDE, and we won that award during the year also. Going forward, let me just give a quick focus on what are going to be the priorities for Birlasoft, because that is what is going to decide the tone for the upcoming year. There is one big shift that we are making, is that we want to become a platform-based digital initiative company, where we are not only providing the services in the traditional manner, but we are providing the solution to our clients for the problems that they face. And during the COVID situation, the clients have realized that if they had to continue to sustain their growth, they have to do the digital adoption, and we are today well prepared for that. So being it platform-based digital initiatives or cloud adoption or aggressive automation, these are going to be the key levers for our growth in the coming year. Growing the relationships and partnership with the platform providers has been very, very key. And you must have noticed that we developed our new partnership with Microsoft, and this is very, very ambitious partnership. Then we developed our partnership with AWS, and now we are doing that with Google also, so that for our clients, while we remain technology agnostic, we can bring best of breed solutions to our client and provide them the solution to their challenges and the problems. We will continue to focus on the top accounts. If the focus was on top 20 accounts, next couple of years, our focus will be on the top 30 accounts, so that one, we do a lot of cross-selling with them, but at the same time, we continue to improve quality annuity business so that we are able to grow better than before. And I think that continues to remain our key focus, and we continue to measure each part of the organization on that. Coming back to the micro verticals, there was one micro vertical that we focused on in the previous year. Going forward, because this was a good strategy, going forward, we are now going for the 4 micro verticals, so that we are far more sharper in front of our clients, and we say that while we may be a smaller company, but we can deliver better than the larger players. And that also requires the operational rigor. You would have seen how we shifted our profitability, how we improved our profitability, and that came only through the operational rigor. And that we will continue to strive in improving our metrics on all the parameters that would be required. As most of you know, that our goal is to become a $1 billion company, and we are very confident of achieving that. And we are taking all the steps that are required in marching towards that direction, with all the support that you will provide us going forward. Thank you very much. Over to you, Neha. Sorry, Amita, back to you.
Yeah. Thank you. I request the company secretary to read the observations, if any, of the auditor's report and secretarial audit report now.
Thank you, ma'am. Just a corrigendum in slide 6 of the presentation. It should read as key highlights or FY 2021. The statutory auditor, BSR and Company LLP Chartered Accountants and Secretarial Auditor, Dr. K.R. Chandratre, Practicing Company Secretary, in their respective audit reports for the financial year 2021 have expressed unqualified opinions. There were no observations, qualifications, or adverse remarks on the financial statements and matters which have any material bearing on the functioning of the company. I request the chairman to take over and conduct the items as per agenda.
The 30th annual report of the company has already been circulated, and we take the notice of the 30th annual general meeting and the board's report along with annexures as read. We will now take up the resolutions as set forth in the notice and will open the floor for any questions by members after all the resolutions are tabled. Ordinary business. Item number 1, adoption of the audited financial statements standalone. Item number 2, adoption of the audited financial statements consolidated. Item number 3, confirmation of the interim dividend and declaration of the final dividend. I request Mr. Ashok Kumar Bharat to take up the next matter, please.
Thank you, Chairperson. Item number 4 is reappointment of Mrs. Amita Birla as a director liable to retire by rotation. Back to you, Mrs. Birla.
Thank you, Mr. Bharat. Special business. Item number 5, increase in the managerial remuneration limit payable to Mr. Dharminder Kapoor, CEO and MD, in excess of 5% of the net profits of the company, and therefore to increase the overall maximum managerial remuneration limit from 11 to 15% for the financial year 2021-22. The text of the special businesses, along with the explanatory statement, is provided in the notice circulated to the members. I now hand over to Sneha.
I now request members who have registered as speakers to ask their questions and give their opinions and suggestions, if any, and kindly introduce yourselves by giving full name and folio number or DPID client ID before speaking. Each speaker member is provided 3 minutes to ask their question, and they are requested to kindly keep their video on and mic on unmute. If any speaker member is facing technical issues, we will move to the next registered speaker. To avoid repetition, the questions will be addressed at the end. Once you have asked your question, you can mute yourself and continue to watch the proceedings. Members may note that this meeting is recorded. Please do not disclose any sensitive personal information or personally identifiable information belonging to you or any other person that has no bearing on this meeting. I now call upon the moderator to take the questions from the members.
Thank you, Sneha. So the first question is from Mr. Shashikant Marathe. Mr. Marathe, you can unmute yourself and kindly proceed with your question, please.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
I, Shashikant Marathe of Pune, welcome all who are present for e-meeting. Good evening, and request all be safe. I expressed doubts about the scheme of arrangement at the first meeting for its approval, but I realized that my doubts were unfounded. As after Q1 of the first phase of pandemic use, Chairman Madam, you steered Birlasoft at a double up speed during second half of 2021. And though the top line was below your estimate, you strategized for safety of employees, clients, and worked hard to ensure no delay in deliveries. You collaborated with Microsoft and with the added power of CRP Digital, cloud technology, CRM, ensured that the profitability jumped by 43%, a rare achievement. Employee utilization for 11,051 employees was 80.99%. Thank you for good dividend. App Financial Management made Birlasoft a debt-free company. When most of the concern downsized during pandemic, it is credible that the Birlasoft added 763 employees and managed to contain employee costs. Our employees seem to be satisfied lot as the attrition rate is 11.6%, maybe due to our employee Mark II Reach programs, Thrive, Tribe, Manager, and Enablement, etc., coupled with employee care. You spent 10 million rupees in addition to statutory limit for CSR. It was well spent to reduce sufferings of citizens as well as training youth, women on skill building. The debtors are reduced and now the company is debt free. Cash flow from operation is robust. SAP segment is tapering. Majority exports are from America and hence you need to concentrate for business in other continents in view of the other segments dragging. Ensure that manufacturing being our cash flow, rear it with utmost care and ensure higher returns from this segment. Shodan, which deals with stubbles bag, the prestigious Sebera 2020 award. I congratulate all those who made it possible to bag prestigious awards and accolades. Thanks to our promoters' 149 years of legacy and the benefit our unit gets from Birla conglomerate with 30,000 employees operating in 44 manufacturing units. I would not avoid my suggestions in spite of above explained results, but having aimed for the unit's all-time high results, I suggest increased percentage of women employees from present 22 to 45 by 2024. Follow one system of reporting in the accounts, either millions or rupees. Have consistency in reporting financial data, top line, bottom line, related to financial data, standalone, consolidated balance sheet. Concentrate approach to raise share of banking and life science segments. Unpaid statutory dues, net of payment, stand at 14,958 millions as against paid capital of 554.67 millions. The board must give good attention for this unpaid statutory dues. The SWOT analysis do not justify over dozen risks and also in view of robust cash flow, less debtors and acquisitions of new clients, you are equipped to turn them into opportunities. Closing cash be used for profitable acquisitions. Madam, thank you for airing my views. Wish you and the company
Mr. Naveen Bothra, you have been unmuted. Kindly proceed with your question, please.
Yes. I'm Naveen Bothra, joining the 30th AGM of the company from Delhi. Great pleasure and privilege to attend the AGM through virtual mode. A very warm greetings to respected Chairperson Anita Birla Madam, Honorable Group Chairman Shri C.K. Birla Ji, CEO and MD Mr. Dharmender Kapoor, and all the esteemed board members and management team of Birlasoft. Our investment team is innovation marketing with trust on ESG, and CK Birla Group fits very well in all these themes, and I can be called as one of the biggest fans of CK Birla Group growth model led, excellent corporate governance led growth model of business, which has rewarded its shareholders very much in the last 6-7 years. And in the last 1 year also, we have created a huge wealth in Birlasoft itself, by multiplying the market cap of our company 4 times and currently trading at 11,000 crore market cap company. I congratulate the team Birlasoft led by dynamic leader Mr. DK sir for the robust performance even in the continuing year of the pandemic. Through the team's resilience and grit has resulted in immense wealth creation for all the shareholders, and thank the board for declaring good dividend of 3.5 rupees for the year. Thank you very much. I congratulate the team Birlasoft for various awards and accolades won during the year, and the partnerships we have partnership with Microsoft and the announcement regarding the regulatory AI in cyber security, as Mr. DK sir already told in his presentation about the platform-led digital initiative for future growth. So quite a lot of my studies regarding the growth outlook for FY22 and way forward has been covered by Chairperson Madam and DK sir. So I would restrict those things and just a couple of things. I also highly commend the various CSR activities by the company, which is the DNA of CK Birla Group, and the prompt action taken for the COVID vaccination of all the staff members. Our company's great initiative, Shodhan, which was awarded Savera 2020 award, will go a long way in maintaining the ecological environmental balance of the ecosystem in Delhi and NCR. It's a great initiative. Thank you very much. In the growth, my first point is regarding the growth outlook for FY22 and way forward, largely covered by DK sir. But in the annual report, page 18, we have said that knight on a chessboard, to quote, knight in a chessboard, which may not be the fastest or the most powerful piece in the game of chess. However, it is uniquely poised and capable of maintaining a surprise move that can tip the game in one's favor. Birlasoft may not be the biggest player in the market, nor have the largest scale, but wants to be game changer. So we would like to hear Chairperson Madam's views about these surprise moves, which can be game changer for our company Birlasoft in the times to come. Kindly share your thoughts about this. And the pandemic has accelerated the digital transformation. It is said by all the leaders that 4, 5, 6 years of work has been accelerated to all the 15 or 18 months in the, and digital transformation is going to accelerate at a good speed. So would like to have Chairperson Madam's views about the sustainability of these growth initiatives, accelerated growth in the coming 3-5 years. Kindly share your views. How much it can be sustained and also accelerated. Kindly share your views. And as DK sir, as in the annual report, as in the presentation, also DK sir said about the vision of the company to be $1 billion revenue company. So we would like to be enlightened about the time frame in which we are targeting the $1 billion revenue goal, and how much of it will come from the organic growth, as well as how much we are planning to have from the inorganic growth, since we are already, despite distributing good dividends, we are having more than 1,000 crore of cash balance. So if you can enlighten us on the way forward for the organic growth, how much we will achieve, inorganic growth, how we are planning to aspire to grow inorganically. And as regard the dividend distribution policy, I commend the board and the management team for making an updated new dividend distribution policy since our merger with the KPIT. We updated that in this year's February, which I alluded to in the last AGM. Thank you very much. And also rewarding the shareholders with good dividend. One of my last point regarding the talent retention and demand supply mismatch. If you can share, or DK sir can share about the risk of talent supply outstripping demand in the talent space, how we are planning to mitigate this and motivate the team to balance out the mismatch in talent supply and cost, which without affecting growth and bottom line of the company. So, as also if you can share about the approximate hiring plan for the year, it will be quite good. To conclude, I would like to thank the entire team, especially Vikasji and Sneha Madam, for coordinating and giving me an opportunity to express my views. I propose a vote of thanks to the board. I have already voted in favor of all the resolutions. Thank you very much, and wish Birla Shop team led by DK sir and team Birla Shop all the very best going ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Mr. Rasmai, the next question is from Mr. Ramaswamy. Mr. Ramaswamy, you are unmuted. You can please ask your question. Mr. Vasudev Ramaswamy, you have been unmuted and you can go ahead and ask your question, please. Can you hear us, Mr. Ramaswamy? You're in the panel list now. You can ask your question, please. We are not able to hear anything, Mr. Ramaswamy. So I'll just put you back in the queue later.
Any more questions, Vikas? Can we go on?
Yeah, so we have last question from Mr. Bharat Bhai. So, Mr. Bharat, your line has been unmuted. Please ask your question.
Yeah, very good evening, Madam Chairman. I'm audible, Mr.
Your voice is breaking, Mr. Bharat.
Hello.
Yeah, go on, go on.
Mr. Bharat, I suggest that if you have a low bandwidth, you can just continue with the audio and switch off the video.
One thing of my video. Now it is okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I thank the management and entire board of directors for seeing you healthy and safe, sir. I thank Madam Chairman for wonderful results, and I thank the management for the annual report to see that our company secretary and Ms. Vishnu for making a very good annual. Our CEO, Mr. Dharmendra, putting his efforts hard to make our company more bright, sir. And all the best management for this wonderful dividend, sir, dividend payout. Sir, we have completed 30 years, sir. In this 30 years occasion, can we expect another interim dividend as a special dividend for completing successfully for 30 years? And I thank the management for awards what we received. Sir. My question is that is my company has vaccination.
Because it's a bit difficult to follow the question.
Yeah.
Could
So,
I
Mr.
request that?
Yeah, we are not able to hear you, Mr. Bharat. Your line is very,
Hyderabad.
We are not able to hear.
Hyderabad calling from Tank Enter Board of. Hello.
Yeah.
Now it is okay, sir.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Regarding, sir, regarding
Vikas,
my question
could
is
we
that.
ask, could we ask if the gentleman could send an email? Then we'll be able to respond easily.
Yeah, sure. So, Mr. Bharadraj, your voice, your line was very bad. We were not able to hear anything. We would request you to kindly send questions on an email, and we'll respond. Thank you so much.
Definitely, Mr. Vikas. Once again, Madam Chairman, thank you for giving this opportunity. All the best for the coming years. And we are prayed under your leadership, definitely our company will grow. And thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Vikas, I'll go ahead now.
Yeah, just hold on. I think I will just, Mr. Vasudev Ramaswamy, are you able to hear us now? No, I think he's not. So I think we'll conclude that was the last kind of question.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you to all of you for your questions. And I'll start. Thank you, Mr. Marathi, for the encouraging words. We've noted your suggestions and we'll certainly work towards them. Let me add in answer to some of the other questions. Birlasoft has a unique combination of enterprise IT and digital services. So about 50% enterprise IT and the balance being digital next-gen services. And we believe no other comparable peer has such a balanced business mix. We were able to win the record TCV deals amounting to $888 million in FY21 by leveraging our strategies of micro-verticalization and a focus on cross-selling. And we hope to achieve our $1 billion revenue in 4 years. And with regard to the question on organic versus inorganic, I'd say about 80% will be organic versus 20% inorganic. In view of the talent supply, we're applying a mix of fresher hiring and upskilling and lateral hiring and retaining our critical talent. In FY21, about 70% of our business came from existing customers. And this, more than ably, I think, demonstrates the positive performance of our cross-selling strategy. And further, although the company grew by 3.4% in dollar terms, our top 5, 10, and 20 customers grew about 20% in FY21, which is another example of how cross-selling works for us. I want to add the active customer count that was pruned down from 378 at the end of Q4 20 to 291 in Q4 FY21. That's by 87. That reflects a consolidation in the customer base, and that's been possible due to effective cross-selling. Because of COVID-19, customers worldwide are increasingly focusing on digitalization and leveraging technology to grow. So they need to urgently improve customer satisfaction, to reduce costs, and to become more efficient. This has resulted in a multitude of opportunities for the IT sector. And with the industry expected to grow at the high single to low double-digit growth rates over the next 3 to 5 years, Birlasoft will endeavor to be positioned in the top quartile of the industry growth. Although the $1 billion revenue is an aspiration, I want to add it's not a guidance per se. We will, as I said, set out to be in the top industry quartile and look for the right-sized acquisitions at the appropriate time. Thank you also for your question and the acknowledgement of the increased dividend we gave in FY21. And with regard to any future interim dividend, that will be at the discretion of the board and we'll take it up at the appropriate time. In line with the group's philosophy of rewarding its shareholders will be evaluating all possible initiatives that will help the company enhance its shareholder value, balancing growth and investment opportunities. A little bit about the talent supply. The Indian IT industry, including Birlasoft, has been dealing with a talent supply mismatch and costs for over 2 decades now. And we're confident of dealing with any short-term spikes in attrition, like the one we're witnessing in the first half of FY22. To broaden the pyramid, we'll be onboarding about 550 freshers in FY22, with about 140 having joined in Q1. On an overall basis, we've hired 1,500 consultants in Q1, and we expect a similar number to get added in Q2. And we're closely monitoring the talent supply mismatch and its impact on our growth. With regard to the convergence of all systems, we underwent a merger effective January 2019, and the alignment process was planned and worked upon, though, before that merger. The coming together accelerated immediately after the merger in FY20. The last leg of convergence was completed in June 2020 when the IT systems integrated, and this resulted in the One Birlasoft. With regard to subsidiaries, Birlasoft is a global IT services company and generates about 93% of its business from overseas geographies. The company operates under the subsidiary model and so has multiple subsidiaries in various countries. However, due to the merger of the 2 independent companies, that is Birlasoft Limited, Birlasoft India Limited and KPIT's IT services business, which was effective 1st of January 2019, the merged entity ended up with more than 1 subsidiary in a few countries. So in FY22, we're going to be exploring the consolidation of a few of these subsidiaries. This will help in ease of doing business. And in addition, it should save. We'll provide more details on this once we have clarity. With regard to some of the questions that we couldn't hear and any unanswered questions, we'll be very happy to respond to them over email. And for any further questions, please do write to the company secretary and we'll respond as soon as possible. Thank you. Over to the company secretary now.
Thank you, Chairman. As per the requirements of the Companies Act 2013 and the SEBI LODR Regulations 2015 and MCA circulars, we have provided to all the members holding shares as on the cutoff date, that is July 31, 2021, the facility to exercise their right to vote on resolutions as set out from item numbers 1 to 5 of the notice of the 30th Annual General Meeting by electronic means through remote e-voting platform provided by NSDL. The remote e-voting facility was made available to the members from Saturday, July 24, 2021, 9 a.m. IST to Tuesday, July 27, 2021, 5 p.m. IST. In accordance with sections 107 and 109 of the Companies Act 2013, MCA circulars and SEBI circulars, the members attending the meeting who have not cast their vote by remote e-voting can cast their vote through AGM e-voting now. The Board of Directors has appointed Mr. Jayant Bhave of JB Bhave and Company, Company Secretaries, as the scrutinizer to supervise the e-voting process. The resolutions as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of requisite number of shares. Handing over to the Chairman.
Thank you, Sneha. Members may note that the voting on the NSDL platform will continue to be available for the next 15 minutes, so members who have not as yet cast their votes are requested to do so. I request Mr. Bhave, scrutinizer for the remote e-voting and AGM e-voting, to scrutinize all the votes and submit his report within 48 hours of conclusion of this meeting. And I authorize the Company Secretary to receive the scrutinizer report and related documents declare the result, and submit it to the stock exchanges. Thank you, everyone, and over to Mr. Tyagarajan for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Chairman. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I thank all of our stakeholders, that is our members, customers, bankers, suppliers for their continued support. I wish to place on record my appreciation for the committed and efficient services rendered by all of our employees and their tremendous will and passion to change with the times. Thank you all for attending the meeting, and I hereby declare the proceedings as closed. Thank you very much. We hope to see you all next year. Thank you again.
Moderator can now stop the recording.